Welcome back to The Off Switch. Tonight we leave the cities of man and the cities of the mind behind. We are stepping onto the damp, cool floor of an ancient forest. Before we begin our journey into the hidden intelligence of the woods, I want to thank all of you who have made this sanctuary your home. If you find these videos help you find rest and peace, please subscribe and help us grow this quiet corner of the internet. Take a breath. Smell the damp earth, the scent of decaying leaves, and the sharp, clean perfume of pine resin. You are standing at the entrance of a living cathedral. But the most important parts of this forest aren't the towering trunks or the swaying canopy above you. The true heart of the forest is beneath your feet, hidden in the dark, cool silence of the soil. Tonight, we explore the wood wide web. Flip the switch. Let the green take over. As you lie here, imagine your awareness sinking down past the moss, past the topsoil, into the dark. Beneath every step you take in a forest, there are hundreds of miles of tiny microscopic threads called mycelium. They are thinner than a human hair, yet they are stronger than steel in their purpose. This is the nervous system of the planet. Scientists have discovered that these fungal threads connect almost every tree in the forest to one another. It is a biological internet. While the forest looks like a collection of individual trees competing for light, it is actually a single massive cooperative intelligence. In this hidden network, there is no ego. There is only the flow of information and energy. Feel your own nerves beginning to mimic this network. Feel the tension in your limbs softening, as if you are becoming part of the forest floor. You are supported. You are connected. You are plugged into the ancient rhythm of the earth. Within this architecture of roots and fungus, there are the mother trees. These are the oldest, largest residents of the woods. Through the wood wide web, the mother tree knows which of the saplings on the forest floor are her kin. In the deep shade where the young trees cannot reach the sunlight, the mother tree sends them sugar and nutrients through the fungal network. She is literally nursing them through the soil. She also sends wisdom. When a mother tree is dying, she dumps her lifetime of chemical memories, information about droughts, pests, and shifting seasons, into the network to be inherited by the younger generation. Nothing is ever truly lost in the forest. Everything is shared. Everything is recycled. as you drift deeper, imagine the strength of the mother tree. Her roots go deep into the bedrock, unshakable and calm. Let her strength become your strength. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The earth is holding you. The forest does not speak in words, but it is never silent. It speaks in the language of volatile organic compounds. When a tree is attacked by an insect, it releases a specific scent into the air, a chemical shout that warns every other tree for miles. In response, the neighboring trees begin to change their internal chemistry, making their leaves bitter and toxic before the insects even arrive. This is the silent conversation. The forest is constantly whispering, constantly looking out for its own. Even as you sleep, your body is part of this conversation. Your cells are listening to the rhythm of the world. You are breathing in the oxygen created by these ancient giants, and they are breathing in the breath you let go. It is a perfect closed loop, a circle of life that has been spinning for 300 million years. You are a guest in this conversation. You are welcome here. You are safe. We have understood the network between the trees, but now we step inside the bark. We are entering the xylem current. As you lie still, imagine the staggering feat of engineering happening inside a single redwood or oak. Through a process called transpiration, pulled trees defy gravity every second of their lives. They are drawing thousands of gallons of water from the dark, cold depths of the soil and lifting it hundreds of feet into the air toward the sun. This is not done with a heart or a pump. It is done through the sheer power of physics, the cohesion of water molecules clinging to one another like a silver chain. Imagine that chain of water moving upward through the tree's microscopic capillaries. It is a silent, vertical river. Within the tree, there is no struggle, only a steady, unwavering flow. Feel your own circulation beginning to harmonize with this upward current. Your blood, like the sap of the tree, moves with a quiet, ancient intelligence. You are a vessel of fluid and life, perfectly regulated, perfectly calm. The tree doesn't try to grow. It simply allows the water to rise. Tonight, you don't have to try to sleep. You simply allow the darkness to rise. At the very center of the trunk lies the heartwood. This is the off switch of the tree's internal life. The heartwood is composed of cells that have lived, fulfilled their purpose, and passed away. But they do not disappear. Instead, they are filled with resins, tannins, and oils, turning them into a pillar of stone-like strength. This is the dead center that keeps the living tree standing against the gale. Within these rings of heartwood, the tree stores its autobiography. There is a ring for every winter, every drought, every fire, and every year of abundance. If you could listen to the heartwood, you would hear the history of the earth. It is a vault of cold, hard memory. Tonight, let your own heartwood take the lead. All the experiences of your life, the storms you've weathered and the summers you've enjoyed, have built a pillar of strength inside you. You are not fragile. You are supported by the years of your own growth. Like the tree, you can stand in the darkness, unmoving and secure because your center is solid. Your past has become your foundation. We move now from the dark center to the vibrant edge, the leaf. On the underside of every leaf in this forest are millions of tiny mouths called stomata. As the sun sets and the off switch of the day is flipped, the stomata begin their nightly ritual. They are the lungs of the forest, but their breath is the inverse of our own. While we sleep, the forest is performing a miracle of carbon sequestration. It is taking the heaviness of the atmosphere, the carbon, and turning it into solid wood. Every leaf is a laboratory. Every leaf is an architect. During the night, the tree is not just resting. It is fixing the air. It is cooling the planet. It is filtering the very oxygen that is entering your lungs right now. Think of your own breathing as a collaboration with the forest. Every exhale you give is a gift to the trees. Every inhale they give is a gift to you. You are breathing in unison with 1 billion leaves. You are part of the global respiration. The laboratory of the night is working for you, cleansing your atmosphere, clearing your space, and preparing a world of fresh air for your morning. In the deep architecture of the forest, there is a state called dormancy. When the light fades and the cold settles in, the tree doesn't fight the change. It doesn't struggle to stay green. It enters a state of biochemical silence. It pulls its energy inward, away from the branches and down into the roots. It sheds its leaves, the things it no longer needs, and waits. This is the winter sleep. It is a period of profound neurobiological resetting for the forest. Without this period of cold and dark, The tree could not bloom in the spring. It would exhaust itself and die. Tonight, you are entering your own period of dormancy. It is not a waste of time. It is not lost time. It is the essential, quiet work of survival. You are shedding the thoughts of the day, just as the tree sheds its leaves. You are pulling your energy back into your core. You are entering the safety of the winter sleep, where the cold world cannot reach you. You are protecting your spark. You are waiting for your own internal spring. As the second hour of the woods deepens, look up through the mind's eye at the fractal canopy. If you look at the branches of a tree, you see a pattern that repeats itself from the largest limb to the smallest twig. This is the self-similarity of nature. It is the same pattern found in the lightning in the sky, the veins in your hand, and the neurons in your brain. The forest is a mirror. As you sleep, your brain is organizing your memories into these same fractal patterns. It is creating order out of the chaos of the day. You are not a mess of thoughts. You are a growing, branching system of incredible beauty. Let the fractal take you. Follow the branches out further and further until they become as thin as a thought, as light as air. There is no end to the forest, and there is no end to the peace you can find here. You are the tree. You are the forest. You are the earth. You are finally, truly still. We move now to a grove of quaking aspens. To the casual observer, this looks like a forest of thousands of individual trees with white bark and fluttering leaves. But beneath the soil lies the forest's greatest secret. The aspen is not an individual, it is a clonal colony. An entire mountainside of aspens is often just one single organism, connected by one massive ancient root system. When you look at an aspen grove, you are looking at one of the oldest living things on Earth. Some colonies, like Pando in Utah, are estimated to be over 80,000 years old. Think of the resilience in that architecture. When a fire sweeps across the surface, the individual trunks may perish, but the soul of the tree, the root system, remains untouched in the cool dark of the earth. It simply waits for the ash to settle and sends up new life. As you sleep, imagine your own mind as an aspen grove. Your thoughts, your worries, and your daily tasks are just the individual leaves that flutter and fall. But beneath it all, Your true self is like the ancient root system, massive, interconnected, and indestructible. You are far older and more resilient than the storms of today. You are a single, peaceful soul, rooted deep in the bedrock of existence. Deep in the damp, shaded corners of the old world, we find the ancient you. The you is the master of biological persistence. What makes the you unique is its ability to walk and rebirth itself. As the main trunk of a yew becomes too heavy with the weight of centuries, its outer branches touch the ground and take root, forming new trunks. The center of the tree may rot away, leaving a hollow, sacred space, but the tree continues to grow outward in a circle. It is a tree that has forgotten how to die. The yew reminds us of the power of letting go. It survives the millennia by allowing its centers to become hollow, by shedding its old heart to make room for new growth on the edges. Tonight, give yourself permission to be hollow. You don't have to hold on to the heavy center of your identity or your past. Let the core of your worries dissolve into the darkness. Like the yew, you can find a new way to stand. You can find strength in the space you leave behind. You are becoming a hollow vessel for peace. We travel now to the misty slopes of the Sierras to stand before the giant sequoia. These are the titans of the forest, reaching heights that touch the clouds. But their secret isn't in their height. It's in their armor. A sequoia's bark can be up to 2 feet thick. It is soft, fibrous, and almost entirely devoid of flammable resins. It is a living shield designed to withstand the heat of a forest fire. In fact, the sequoia needs the fire. The heat of the flames is what triggers their tightly closed cones to open and release their seeds into the fresh, nutrient-rich ash as you drift into the deeper stages of your rest. Imagine yourself wrapped in this sequoia armor. The fires of the world, the deadlines, the stresses, the noise cannot penetrate your thick, fibrous shield of sleep. You are protected by your own biology. And just like the sequoia, you are using this period of heat and pressure to prepare for a new beginning. Your seeds of creativity and energy are being primed right now. In the safety of the dark, you are fireproof. You are untouchable. You are a titan. arid plains of the savannah, we encounter the baobab, the tree of life. In a land of drought, the baobab is the master of internal abundance. The baobab's trunk is not solid wood. It is a massive, living reservoir. A single tree can store up to 30,000 gallons of water within its fibers, swelling and shrinking with the seasons. It creates its own oasis in the middle of a desert. When the world outside is parched and dying, the baobab remains lush and vital because it carries its own source of life deep within its skin. Tonight, realize that you too are a reservoir. You have an internal well of peace that is independent of the world outside. No matter how dry or stressful your day was, that well is still there deep within your trunk. As you sleep, you are tapping into that 30,000-gallon reservoir of calm. You are drinking from your own soul. You are self-sustaining. You are full. You are hydrated by the silence of the night. Finally, we find the Volami pine, a tree that was thought to be extinct for 150 million years, until a small grove was found hidden in a remote Australian canyon. It is the living fossil of the forest. The Volami pine is unique for its self-coppicing ability. It can sprout multiple trunks from its base as a defense mechanism against damage or disease. If one trunk falls, another is already rising to take its place. It has survived the era of the dinosaurs, the shifting of continents, and the rise of man simply by staying hidden and staying quiet. As this hour concludes, embrace the Volami state. You are tapping into a part of your brain that is millions of years old, the primal, indestructible part that knows exactly how to survive and how to rest. You are a living miracle. You have survived every extinction event in your life thus far. You are hidden in the deep canyon of your own sleep, where the world cannot find you. You are ancient. You are rare. You are at peace. We have descended from the canopy through the trunks, and now we arrive at the very skin of the earth, the leaf litter. To the waking mind, this is just debris. But to the sleeping forest, this is a masterpiece of resource management. Every leaf that has fallen in the previous sections is now being reread by the forest floor. This layer, known as the O horizon, is a bustling city of decomposers. Millions of springtails, mites, and tardigrades, the water bears of the soil, are beginning the work of alchemy. They are breaking down the complex sugars of the leaves into the raw elements of life. Imagine this blanket as your own daily debris. All the conversations, the tasks, and the small stresses of your day are now falling to the floor of your mind. You don't need to hold them anymore. The decomposers of your sleep, your subconscious processes, are taking that weight and turning it into wisdom. You are being recycled. The old parts of your day are being turned into the new energy of your tomorrow. Feel the warmth of this blanket. Feel the safety of the soil. You are part of the earth's great, slow digestion. Deep within a single drop of dew on a piece of moss lives the tardigrade. These microscopic water bears are the masters of cryptobiosis, the ultimate version of the off switch. When the forest floor becomes too dry or too cold, the tardigrade doesn't fight. It simply retracts its legs, replaces the water in its cells with a protective sugar glass, and enters a state of suspended animation. It stops its metabolism completely. It becomes a toon, a tiny, indestructible seed of life that can survive the vacuum of space or the pressure of the deep ocean. It waits for years, if necessary, for the right conditions to return. Tonight, I want you to find your toon state. You are retreating from the harshness of the world into a state of biological invulnerability. Your worries cannot reach you here because you have temporarily switched off the parts of you that react to them. You are safe in the sugar glass of your own rest. You are waiting for the morning dew. But for now, you are perfectly still, perfectly preserved, and perfectly at peace. Beneath the leaf litter, we find the mycorrhizal market. This is where the fungal threads we discussed earlier meet the roots of the trees in a sacred handshake. This is a place of absolute reciprocity. The fungi cannot produce their own food because they live in the dark. So the trees send them liquid sugar created by the sun. In exchange, the fungi, which can reach into tiny crevices of the soil that roots cannot, bring the trees vital minerals like phosphorus and nitrogen. It is the world's oldest and most successful trade agreement. As you drift, realize that your mind is also a market of reciprocity. Your body gives your mind the stillness it needs to dream, and in return, your dreams give your body the instructions it needs to heal. It is a fair trade. There is no debt in the forest floor. There is only the flow of what is needed. You have everything you need. You are giving yourself the gift of time, and your biology is giving you the gift of restoration. The handshake is complete. You can let go. Even in the dark of the soil, there is play. The springtail is a tiny hexapod that possesses a furcula, a spring-loaded tail tucked under its body. When it needs to move, it releases the spring and launches itself into the air, traveling hundreds of times its own body length in a single bound. This is the hidden vitality of the forest floor. Even when things look dark and stagnant, there is a spring-loaded potential for life just beneath the surface. Your mind is the same. While you lie here in the dark of sleep, your creative potential is being coiled like a spring. You aren't just shutting down, you are loading your energy. Every minute of this deep rest is another notch of tension being added to your internal spring. When you wake, you won't just stand up. You will launch into your day with the springtail's ease. But for now, the spring is tucked away. The furcula is still. The jump is for tomorrow. The rest is for now. We have reached the humus layer. This is the final stage of the forest floor, the place where organic matter has been so thoroughly recycled that it has lost its original identity. It is no longer a leaf, a twig, or a wing. It is simply humus, the rich, black, life-giving essence of the earth. In this layer, there is no more history. There is only potential. This is the off switch of the soil. It is the place where the past becomes the future. It is the most fertile place on the planet, and it is born entirely out of darkness and decay. Tonight, let your thoughts become humus. Let the specifics of your day, the names, the numbers, the faces, dissolve until they are just raw material. You don't need to be a person with a story right now. You are just life force resting in the dark, becoming fertile again. You are sinking into the deep, black richness of your own soul. You are the foundation. You are the earth. You are finally, truly integrated. We have passed through the leaves and the soil. We are at the root cap. Every single root tip in this forest is led by a tiny, helmet-like structure called the calyptra. This is the guardian of the tree's expansion. As the root pushes forward into the crushing weight of the earth, the calyptra acts as a diamond shield. It is composed of cells that are designed to be sacrificed, sloughing off as they rub against the jagged edges of rock and sand, creating a lubricating slime that allows the root to slide through the impossible. As you lie here, imagine your own mind has its own root cap. All day long, you have been pushing through the jagged rocks of life, the friction of work, the pressure of responsibility. But tonight, that friction has stopped. Your calyptra is no longer being worn down. It is regenerating in the dark. You are sliding into the deep, soft silence of sleep. You aren't pushing anymore. You are simply existing in the space you have already carved out. Feel the pressure of the world becoming a support rather than a weight. You are protected at your very edges. Inside every root tip, there are specialized cells called statocytes. Within these cells sit tiny, heavy grains of starch called statoliths. Because of gravity, these grains always settle at the very bottom of the cell. This is the tree's inner compass. It is how a seed buried in total darkness knows exactly which way is down and which way is up. The tree doesn't need to see the sun to know where it is going. It feels the pull of the earth in its very marrow. It is a state of gravitropism. Tonight, let your statoliths settle. Your internal compass is coming back to center. All the directions of your life, the shoulds, the musts, the wheres, are dissolving. There is only the pull of the earth drawing you deeper into the mattress, deeper into the dark. You don't need to navigate. You don't need to choose a path. Gravity is doing the work for you. You are perfectly aligned with the center of the world. You are exactly where you belong. As the root moves, the guardians release a substance called mucilage. This is a complex cocktail of sugars and proteins that does something miraculous. It doesn't just lubricate the path. It actually softens the soil ahead of the root. It chemically prepares the environment so the root can enter without struggle. It also acts as a bridge, inviting the friendly bacteria and fungi of the Rhizosphere to come closer. It is an architecture of ease and invitation. In this hour of your sleep, your brain is producing its own microscopic. It is softening the memories of the day, It is smoothing over the sharp edges of your thoughts so they can slide into the archives of your long-term memory without friction. You are becoming fluid. You are sliding through the night. The resistance of your waking life has been replaced by the ease of your biological rest. Everything is moving smoothly. Everything is lubricated by the peace of the night. The space immediately surrounding the root tip is known as the rhizosphere. This is the most populated place on the planet. In a single teaspoon of this soil, there are more organisms than there are humans on Earth. It is a guardianship of billions. These microbes protect the root from pathogens, fix nitrogen for the tree, and even produce hormones that help the root grow. The tree is never alone. Even in the deepest, darkest pocket of the earth, it is surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, a microscopic army that exists solely to ensure the tree thrives. Tonight, realize that you are also surrounded by guardians. Your immune system is patrolling your veins. Your heart is keeping a steady, faithful rhythm. Your lungs are expanding and contracting in a perfect, ancient cycle. You are being looked after by billions of tiny citizens within your own body. You don't have to manage them. You don't have to direct them. They are on watch. You can let go of the guardianship of your life and trust the ones who live inside you. We have reached the apex. This is the very tip of the root, the point where the tree's expansion meets the earth's resistance and finds perfect balance. In the architecture of the forest, the root tip is the anchor of hope. It is the part of the tree that is always moving toward new resources, even while the rest of the tree stands still. It is the faith of the forest, the belief that there is always more water, more mineral, more life to be found in the dark. Tonight, you have become the apex. You are anchored so deeply into the peace of this forest that nothing can move you. You are the still point in a turning world. The architecture is complete. The guardians are at their posts. The earth is holding you, and you are holding the earth. There is no more searching. There is no more growing. There is only the deep, dark, heavy silence of the root. You are home. We rise now from the dark soil and step back into the heart of the trunk. But we are looking deeper than the bark. We are looking at the cambium. This is the living edge. It is a layer only a few cells thick, yet it is the architect of the entire tree. The cambium is the only part of the trunk that is actively growing. To the outside, it creates the bark. To the inside, it creates the wood. It is the present moment of the tree. The thin, shimmering line between the history of the past and the protection of the future. Tonight, find your own cambium. You are the thin line between everything that has happened to you and everything that is yet to come. In this state of sleep, you don't have to carry the weight of the whole trunk. You only have to exist in this one thin, living layer of the now. Feel the pulse of your own growth. The silent, effortless way your body is repairing itself as you lie still. You are the architect of your own renewal. You are the present moment, and it is a peaceful place to be. When we look at the rings of a tree, we are seeing the rhythm of the seasons made solid. A single ring is actually composed of two parts. In the spring, when water is plenty and the sun is returning, the tree creates early wood. Cells that are wide, light-colored and hollowed out like pipes to carry the rush of life. But as the summer fades into the cold of autumn, the tree creates late wood. Cells that are dense, dark, and thick-walled, built for strength rather than flow. This is the binary code of the forest. Flow and strength, activity and rest. Your life is written in these same rings. You have had seasons of early wood, times of rapid growth, excitement and movement, and you have had seasons of late wood, times of hardening, of endurance, and of quiet strength. Neither is better than the other. Both are required to keep the tree standing. Tonight, you are in your late wood phase. You are building the density you need to survive the winters of life. You are hardening your spirit in the quiet. You are becoming solid. The study of these rings is called dendrochronology, and it is the closest thing we have to a true time machine. A tree does not just record its own life, it records the life of the planet. Within its rings, the tree archives the exact chemical composition of the air from 100 years ago. It records the scars of a forest fire from the year 1840. It remembers the year without a summer, when a volcano darkened the sky halfway across the world. The tree is a living witness to the history of the sun. As you sleep, your mind is performing its own dendrochronology. It is taking the events of your day, the small fires, the moments of light, the periods of drought, and it is archiving them into your rings. It is turning experience into wisdom. You are not just forgetting your day, you are recording it into the permanent structure of who you are. You are becoming a witness to your own life. You are a living archive, and the archive is safe in the dark. Sometimes a tree is forced to grow on a steep slope, or in the path of a constant, punishing wind. To survive, the tree creates reaction wood. It actually changes its internal chemistry to create a counter-tension. In evergreens, it creates compression wood on the underside of the lean to push the tree back up. In deciduous trees, it creates tension wood on the upper side to pull itself straight. The tree uses the very force that is trying to knock it down to make itself stronger. Tonight, realize that your leans have made you stronger. The pressures that have tried to bend you have only caused you to grow reaction wood in your soul. You are more durable because of the wind. You are more resilient because of the slope. As you rest, your internal architects are reinforcing these areas of strength. You are being straightened in your sleep. You are being balanced by the very forces that challenged you. You are unshakable. Eventually, in the oldest trees, the very center, the oldest rings may rot away entirely, leaving a hollow heart. But this is not a sign of weakness. In many cultures, the hollow tree is the most sacred. It is a place of shelter for the forest's creatures. It is a space where the tree has finally let go of its history to become a sanctuary. The tree continues to live and grow from its outer rings, but it no longer clings to the core of its past. It has become a vessel for the silence. Tonight, you are the hollow heart. You are letting go of the center of your worries. You are allowing the old rings of your identity to dissolve into the night. You don't need to be somebody right now. You are just a sanctuary of peace. You are a vessel for the quiet. The architecture of time is complete. And in the center of it all, there is only you and the silence and the stars.